Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Step Through the Ropes, Volume 26. In the WWF's new generation, back in the mid 1990s, there was a faction known as the Million Dollar Corporation, which was led by the Million Dollar Man, Ted DiBiase, who had returned to the WWF in early 1994, first as a commentator, and then started managing wrestlers. It began at some point after WrestleMania 10, where he was wondering why Nikolai Volkov was sitting in the crowd on television all the time wearing the same exact suit. And DiBiase, there was footage of him interviewing Volkov, saying that Volkov was going through tough times and his family needed money, and it was just an angle, as we know. But then DiBiase declared that he could find The Undertaker, which he said he initially brought to the WWF years earlier, and he seemingly had produced, even though it turned out to be an imposter Undertaker that was motivated by money and not the spirits of the dead. From there, DiBiase then got the services of Bam Bam Bigelow, as well as Ted's former tag partner, IRS, Irwin R. Shyster. And then that summer, he said that he had convinced All-American Lex Luger to join the Million Dollar Corporation, and Luger, week after week, kept denying it, kept saying he wasn't a part of it. He even told Ted face-to-face in the Heartbreak Hotel, no deal. But it turned out that Native American Tatanka was the one who had done the deed with DiBiase, and it all unfurled at SummerSlam '94 after a match between Luger and Tatanka. Right after that, DiBiase had obtained the services of one King Kong Bundy, who had returned to the WWF after being gone for a number of years. And then eventually they were, I believe, the only, unless I'm mistaken, the only faction or group during the New Generation era from 1994 in their time. But in 1995, DiBiase acquired the services of Kama, the Supreme Fighting Machine, and then eventually Sid had joined the group. Eventually, Bam Bam Bigelow had broken away from the corporation after losing a match on Monday Night Raw to Diesel. Volkov wasn't seen much after WrestleMania 11 in 1995. From there, let me see. I believe also later in '95, Bundy left the company. Who else in the group? Bundy left the company. IRS left the company. And then in the fall of 1995, the 1-2-3 kid, Sean Waltman, he joined the corporation, and he and Sid were supposed to. I understand they were going to initially challenge the Smoking Guns for the Tag Team Championship at the 1996 Royal Rumble. For a very short time, Ted had his own personal Santa Claus named Xanta Claus, spelled with an X, the man who later became Balls Mahoney. And also, then Ted unveiled the only man he felt being worthy of the $1 Million Champion, the Ringmaster, which we all know as Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think in late '95, early '96, Sid had left the group. Some point in '96, Tatanka left the company. Well, Sid didn't leave the group. Sid left the company, and I don't know if he retired or what he did. In '96, Tatanka left the company, which all that basically was left was Austin and the Kid, but the Kid ended up leaving for WCW, and then Ted himself left for WCW months after vowing to leave the WWF if Austin had lost a Caribbean strap match to Savio Vega at an In Your House Beware of Dog pay-per-view. Now, to me, it was I think a good faction. I mean, it's a shame nobody brought official championship gold to the group. I mean, Sid, I believe, might have been the best chance because he was working with Diesel throughout the spring and summer of '95. I think Sid and 1, 2, 3 Kid, I think maybe they would have won the tag belts and the Smoking Guns had Sid stuck around. But let me know what you think, folks, regarding the $1 Million Corporation. You think it was okay? You think it was bad? You think it was a flop? Let me know what you think. I'll have more topics in Step Through the Ropes.